I would advise, if you're new to TikTok or if you have what you think is a low follow account, now is the time to experiment. The main thing I do on my TikTok is story times. When I first made this TikTok in January, this account I planned on being a BookTok account. The first couple of videos I posted were book ones, and I ended up not doing it anymore because I found it really boring. I realized I didn't enjoy it. Like, I love reading. I have a huge collection of books, but I realized filming books and like making sure the background was nice and then editing it and cutting it, I found really boring. I then tried to do the same thing with makeup. Found it really boring. I then tried to do an outfit account, and I realised I liked showing off my outfits, but getting changed and cutting it at the right point and making sure the lighting was perfect, I hated it. Then I told my first story time and realised even though the editing was longer, even though the video was longer and I had to talk more and actually show my face, because in all my other videos I'd never showed my face, even though it all seemed longer, I enjoyed it 10 times more. So I would say experiment, because what you think you want to do, you might do it and then realise you don't enjoy it. But because you've built up a massive following doing what you don't enjoy, you'll feel like you have to stick to it. You'll feel like if you suddenly change your content, you will lose followers, which truthfully, that might happen. There was a girl on here who I used to follow for fitness. She did great fitness videos, loads of tips. She then changed her whole content to just business. She no longer did fitness. I unfollowed her. Her content wasn't serving me anymore. So find out what you love. I'm not saying you have to stick to it all the time. I don't just do story times all the time. I throw other things in there, but the main videos you want to make, you have to enjoy, so experiment. Another tip, this is for one if you plan on showing your face and plan on doing talking, talk to the camera like your friends are right in front of you. The first couple of times it will feel really awkward. I felt so awkward doing my videos talking to you guys at first, but you get used to it. And I feel like I know that when you guys see this, it is like I'm talking to my friends. Stick to what your video was all about. If you're doing a talking video, stick to what you're talking about. I have ADHD, so I digress all the time. You guys will see a 5-minute video. It was really a 20-minute video that I had to cut down because I just went off. Don't worry about analytics too much. According to my analytics, the most popular time for me to post is between 6 PM and 9 PM. There have been times when I have posted in that time frame and the video doesn't pop off at all. There's been other times where I have posted at 4 AM and that video has gone viral. I'm not saying don't look at the analytics, definitely look at them, take it on board, but it's not always accurate. Don't try too hard. Seriously, don't try too hard. Just be yourself. You have to be yourself. Because again, if you create this character online, and I think we all do it to a certain extent, like I'm myself to you guys, but I'm definitely a dialed up version of myself. In real life, I am more quiet. But you have to stick to yourself to some extent, because if you create a character, you're going to have to stay in that character for the rest of the time that you want to be online. I don't think it's as easy to rebrand yourself as people like to make out. There are 3 reasons people watch TikToks. They want to be entertained, inspired, or educated. If you can throw all 3 of those things into a video, brilliant. I try to, but I can't always, but you've got to have at least one. I have loads more tips, so let me know if you want a part 2.